Even though Article 177 of the Constitution states that any decision made by the appeal court is final, and the Caribbean Court of Justice Act Chapter 307 stating that the CCJ will not exercise jurisdiction or hear any matter from Guyana's Court of Appeal, the People's Progressive Party is now asking the Caribbean Court of Justice to block the Chief Elections Officer and the Guyana Elections Commission from declaring the results of the March 2, 2020 polls. This follows the ruling by Guyana's Appeal Court on Monday. PPPC member and attorney at law Anil Nandlall, who spoke with Nightly News exclusively, described the reason behind the appeal.
If they had properly invoked this provision, and it was a proper case where they challenge the qualification of the presidency or the validity of his election based upon the qualification of the presidency as contemplated by the law, then that decision is unappealable.
The Guyana Court of Appeal on Monday ruled by a majority that it has jurisdiction to hear an elections case for GCOM and interpreted that the more votes are cast means more valid votes are cast.
We have gone to the CCJ because of many things. One, to set aside this order so that votes mean valid votes. And when Claudette Singh or the commission gives that direction to Lowenfield doesn't have any in his head a court of appeal ruling that says something different. He must only total the valid votes, and the GCOM has already determined what is valid. Right? That is one. Two, in the course of their judgments, the two judges, they have brought great confusion to the law. They have essentially blurred the law in terms of where you must now go to challenge an election.
It is the argument of the PPP that the Guyana Court of Appeal had no jurisdiction to hear any case concerning the elections of a president because the president has not yet been elected and the issue of the validity had accordingly not yet arisen.
That this is not a type of case that can be contrived, disguised to fit into this jurisdiction. And therefore, when the two judges of the Court of Appeal gave themselves jurisdiction, in my humble and respectful view, they fell hopelessly into error.
The People's Progressive Party wants the Caribbean Court of Justice to prevent GCOM from inquiring into the validity or credibility of the tabulated votes.
Whenever the law speaks to any given votes, the law can only mean valid votes. The law can never contemplate a government being elected or a president being elected by the utilization of invalid votes. So if the law says the party that wins the most votes at an election shall form the next government, obviously, my brother, it can mean more invalid votes.
And what happens if the Caribbean Court of Justice upholds the decision by Guyana's appeal court?
We say, let us go to the CCJ and bring this matter to an end. So at the CCJ, after the ruling comes down, nobody must be in any doubt. It's not that we need to appeal, because nothing has been decided.
Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.